Hi, thanks for clicking on this video. Welcome to my channel. My name's Kristi, and if you're new here, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. What's on the menu tonight? Enchilada casserole. So I'm taking half of an onion and I've diced it, and I'm adding some ground turkey. You can use your meat of choice. If you'd like ground beef or ground pork, that's fine. But I think I'm going to just stick with my ground turkey tonight. So I've already put down in the pan beforehand a little bit of oil, and I'm just going to brown this meat and cook it really well because this is going to be one of the ingredients that will be layered in the enchilada casserole. So now what I'm taking here is just a little bit of bouillon cube, and I chose to use a tomato-based bouillon cube. I will put the picture right here, and you can get that anywhere. It's sold right next to the chicken and beef bouillon. I just broke that up with my fingers, and now I'm just going to kind of mash it up into the meat so that way it's mixed in really well. And I'm also going to go in with this seasoning here. I'm not going to go super heavy with it because I did add that bouillon cube and I don't want it to get too salty. You have to remember that if you add another spice and it does have salt, you want to be mindful of that so it doesn't get too salty because you can't take it out.
That was a mistake.
Yes, that was a mistake. You see how it's like bubbling up now with the tortilla? It would not be doing that if I didn't accidentally drop the sauce. I was just trying to show everybody what sauce I was using, and I made the mistake of opening the can first because I wasn't thinking, and I just opened it, and then I was like, oh duh, I want to show everybody, like, hello. And then I put it over the really hot oil. That was not smart. So I don't recommend doing that. But what you do want to do is fry these tortillas like I'm doing here and place them in the sauce afterward. So since I'm making a casserole, I'm just going to lay the tortillas flat on the bottom. Then I'll layer the ingredients on top and then add another layer of tortillas at the very top. Kind of like a lasagna, but I guess it's a casserole, Now you might be wondering, why are you frying them if you're just going to stick them in a sauce? Now the reason that I'm doing that is because I want the tortillas to not fall apart. So if I were to just take the tortillas from the bag and just throw them right in that sauce and bake it, they would start to fall apart. And when you cut into the casserole, you might have like a mushy casserole. So it won't be layered and like more dense like it is when you fry them because the tortilla is stiffer. Okay, so I am so sorry I didn't film filling these casseroles. I totally forgot to turn my camera on and I just went at it. And we had family over, and so I was so distracted. I'm not making excuses, but seriously, that's really what it was. So as soon as I remembered, I turned it on. Anyway, so what I'm doing now is I'm just adding the sauce over top, but in the inside of the casserole is just the meat and the onion. I added olives, which you can omit if you don't like olives. And then I put a bunch of cheese, and now I'm just putting the tortillas and the sauce on top. And if you didn't already know, this is all completely dairy-free. I used my dairy-free cheese, so none of us were dying. I mean, my kids are totally fine, but my aunt, my grandmother, and my mother, we all have a dairy allergy. As much as they tried to dispute it, they have it too. So I think all of our gut was happy because I did this. What's funny is that I didn't even tell anybody that it was dairy-free. I just made it and everybody ate it and they liked it. So, you know, it's not like I was poisoning them. Okay, it didn't have anything scary in it. So, anyway, you want to set this for 350 and for about 45 minutes because all the ingredients are cooked and you just want the cheese to melt and get delicious. And now we're going to move on to the beans. And to the beans, I'm going to be adding some bacon grease. That's what that is in that jar if you didn't already know. So now I'm just going to cook these beans for a little while until they're all mixed together really nicely with that bacon grease. And just like that, with movie magic, they're almost done. I'm gonna add this different cheese because I had used all of my other one for the casserole. So, but this one is good as well. I mean, they really have been coming a long way with their dairy-free products nowadays. I'm so grateful that they have so many options now. And I'm sure you can find one like in your local market. All right, now moving on to the rice. So you want to add a little bit of grease down, which that's what I did. I added some bacon grease. Again, you can use whatever you like. And I am doing things backwards today, I guess. I didn't add the onion first, which is normally what you would do. You'll add the onion and kind of brown that a little bit with the rice. I guess it really doesn't matter because it all goes in at the same time, but that's just how I normally do things. So again, I'm going to add another bouillon, but to the rice, and this is another tomato bouillon cube that I'll just crush up with my fingers and then mix in really well. Now you want to add 1 can of tomato sauce. And with that 1 can of tomato sauce, I will just fill up that can with a little bit of water. Actually, just, you fill the whole little can up with water and then you add that into the rice as well. Now that the rice has been mixed pretty well together, I'm going to go in with half of a chicken bouillon cube. Now, I know a lot of people use like the powdered version, and you can definitely use that because they have it like in a can, these bouillon flavors. But we just have the cubes at home, so that's what I'm going to use. Pretty. I really hope that you try this recipe and share it with the ones that you love. They'll really be glad that you did. Thanks for watching.